Pa, why did you break the stream? It's not very nice to break streams, Pa. Just gonna hold up for a minute. Oh my god. I can't believe that actually happened. OBS completely died. So what happened there was OBS, like my internet just blipped out and OBS got very confused and died. Thank you for the €2. The thing is an internet killer? Oh no, not the thing. If it happens during a stream, I will continue the stream and just cancel like the rest of the week's streams. It's not actually, I'm kind of surprised that I've not got that email yet. Well, I'll need to check this trigger too. Yep, that trigger works. No, what sheep I just bought, but it works. What the hell just happened? My internet broke, is what happened. So, oh no, don't tell me I've done... Okay, that's my own ineptitude, that's not a map issue. No, not you, reset. I don't care if I lose the grass, because I can refill it in 5 seconds flat. Hey, Maddie! When is the start date for the thing? Last Friday. The 24th. So it's imminent, but I don't know how imminent. So that's why I'm saying, like, when I get the email that I need, I'll be cancelling streams. It's when, not if. My ineptitude knows no bounds today. That's... Have I got traffic off? I might. I do. Traffic can go back on. And hopefully that doesn't break the traffic, because I know it gets a bit angry if you turn it on. If it does, I'll exit out and come back in. With the Dancing Bird in stream... Dancing Bird lives... Your NDA thing, you got an email like a week before the thing. Thing is, I already signed the NDA. Hint, hint. Ah. Yeah, I'm hoping that's not broken the traffic, because I know the game doesn't really like it. By the way, quick way to test triggers is using commands. Grass windrow. Literally, like, 3 seconds. Okay, that's really cool, but the LODs are a bit too aggressive. That's immensely cool, but maybe cool it in the LODs a bit. It's got sounds too. Oh no! That one wasn't my fault. Yeah, it is a bit odd. Wheels driving down the road. You thought about putting a Dixie horn on it? Do it. Or you could put the horn from the old pickup on it. I think that'd be just as hilarious. That trigger works. The thing is, you can see 3 identical in a row. Yeah. I'm gonna be lazy here and just buy this. Hopefully the pickup can pull it. Oh yeah, pickup can pull this. You just don't do it. I'm genuinely surprised Giants didn't put that horn on any of the in-game traffic. By the way, Oxy, I don't know if Landy's told you this. We both reckon we can now, with commands, test a map from start to finish, from scratch, in about a day and a half. A day to a day and a half. That trigger works fine. Just for those of you watching, is just it speeds things up a bit. It speeds things up a lot. We can test sell points in about 20 minutes. We can test entire maps with sell points in 20 minutes or less. The limiting factor is how quickly we can drive between them. Much better than the cement trucks. Yeah. Tractor replaces the cement truck. Ah, nice. That is... Oh, good lord. The speed. That's smart. That is very smart. Hey, Archie. Paz just counting all the crashes. Test this trigger. That works. Horses ain't broken. Is that plowed ground? That's an interesting thing to be going on there. This trigger works, and oh my god, the horses are thirsty. Whoa, okay. What the heck? How much do the horses take? $4,000 liters. Yeah, wow, okay. Horses are hungry, but okay. Come back and test the other triggers in a minute. I'll test the pig triggers. Hey, Bixel. Yeah, my driving's never going to improve. Oh, I need to check the chicken trigger too, yeah. I almost forgot that. Do chickens need water? Legit can't remember. Right. Let's test this trigger. Works just fine. Thought you were talking about the chicken and water trigger. Do chickens need water? Just Archie and Jeremy having an argument in the comments. Or in the comments, in the chat. Alright, we'll get this on the go. And we'll empty that, fill it up with not pig food, hay. I realize this is just horrifically cheaty, but these are things that need to be checked, and the absolute easiest way to do it is to just cheat stuff in. No. Why are you guys saying no to? I'm confused. Phone 1%. Charge your phone, dude. Gets the job done. That's kind of the point. I don't care if it's legit or not. It gets the job done. Hay trigger, they don't take much hay. Hay trigger works. They also take straw. Where is the straw trigger? No, chickens don't take water. Thank you! Oh, is it over? Ah! Is it that little boxy yolk there? Yes, looks like it. And yet the straw goes over. Okay. Is this Shamrock Valley? Pigs also take straw, so I can double duty this. Cow triggers are all fine. Bear in mind that it is going to take a little bit for Shamrock to come. Okay, wrong way. I'll eventually remember where all the triggers are. Straw trigger works fine for the piggly winks. Empty that. And give me some pig food. We've invented a new way very fast. It's just like cutting out the faff of having to actually get this stuff legit. Like, getting everything legit is a faff. And being able to just bop it in and out magically saves a ton of time. Like, that's the animals all tested now. Oh, I forgot the chickens. Never mind, that's not all the animals tested. They take wheat. Ah, next question. Where is the trigger to buy the chickens? It is not there. Where is the chicken buy trigger? This is where I'm gonna spend like 10 minutes looking for it. Pigs, sheep, horses, cows are all perfectly fine. Oh, it's gonna be here, isn't it? Yeah, I forgot where the most logical place would be, which is, in fact, the chicken pen. There we go. Chickens are... I want to double check the chickens. I don't trust that the chickens only take wheat. I feel like they need something else too. No, the chickens just need wheat. Sweet. What else needs to be tested? Oh, the animal buy trigger, and I actually forgot as well to test the log sell points, so I can do those back to back. While we're heading up here, just real quick grab, nope. An animal trader. Oh no, that's not the one that I wanted. No, no, that won't do. I actually want one to keep so I'm gonna set this one up correctly. Get rid of you. No, tip reg, Michelin tires, there we go. Chickens, can you buy males, sheep, or is it just females? I think I saw males. I just grabbed whatever was first, Matty. I'm gonna be honest, the actual types or whatever, I don't care about right now. I'm just focused on this will work, this will work, this will work. I need to check the slurry trigger too, so I did see the cows have produced a bit, so I can just test that really quickly with the Abbey in the yard. And what I'll do is I'll go down to the animal trigger now, just buy some whatever's top of the list, sell it back. And granted, you can only buy female. You might only be able to buy female. It's a really nice trailer from the... I do like the trailer. It is a nice trailer. Using commands just speeds everything up so much. It just makes life easier when you're testing something. Hello, Aiden. I haven't been ignoring you, dude. And, hey, police march. I'm focusing on actually getting the, testing done, and then we'll go back to like a normal stream. I've just realized we spent the better part of an hour doing this. Well, 20 minutes almost. Oh yeah, because yeah, I delayed the stream. Still gusting 80-mile-an-hour winds. Oh, fun. Maddie, thank you very much for becoming a member. God, I had that gift for that. Hey Mason, I'm doing good, how are you? I'm just blasting through some testing for Oxy real quick. I feel the same way, Jeremy. Like, CD stuff is Irish, so it makes perfect sense for me to use CD stuff. Dakota, hello. Broke? Oh, yes. Plus their quality? For the most part, yeah. There's some things I disagree with decisions CD made with, but for the most part they're pretty high quality. Oh, I need to check the BGA trigger as well. 30k is hard, but traffic's always been 30k. If you make it much faster, it breaks. Confirm. Good. And confirm. Good. Animal buy point trigger works perfectly. Just abandon that because I need to get over to the log sell point real quick, and then I need to run for a second. Woo. I'll be honest, Chris. When you turn the traffic speed up beyond 30, the common one is 50. It kind of breaks it a bit. All the traffic triggers are based on 30 mph or 30 kph, and it. What the hell? On foot. Super strength on. Where's the add pallet, add log. Okay. Move that up. Put it back in. And I'm guessing you gotta... There we go! Wood cell point works. JD in the traffic needs a rainbow sticker. Maybe. I think that's all the triggers tested, barring the BJ trigger. Which I will do in a moment, but I need to run real quick first. I don't think anybody needs to see my face in tractors, Oxy. That'd be weird. Testing is so much easier with a better command prompt. Oh. Single best mod for testing maps is the better, or whatever it's called, the expanded command console menu thing. Gotta get lazy with this. Front loader. Bucket will do, just as a standby. And whatever trailers first. But I think they should finally add something new to the game. I think FS21 needs to be a major gameplay overhaul. Needs to be some stuff done to the visuals too, with regards to the sky and the default lighting engine. But I think 21 needs to be very much gameplay. That is the coolest damn thing. Hey Alfie. Oh, there's an extra cough there that I wasn't expecting. Let's up to the shop we go, and then I'll fill up the trailer with silage. Something doesn't look right on my screen, hang on. Yeah, there we go. Also, I need to tab out again to get this and this back up. Dynamic skies used to do it for you. The sky is the wrong color. I've decided is a big problem. It's too light. It's just the wrong shade of blue. Like that I think is the problem with the sky, the biggest one. The clouds could do with being a bit more varied as well. But it's kind of difficult to do volumetric clouds correctly. I was telling Oxy there's an add-on for X-Plane that does them, and they just look like they're made of shaving foam. It looks terrible. So I can kind of get why Giants are struggling with it, because it is a difficult thing to do, but it does need improvements. Don't get me wrong, it needs improvement. Hey, Admiral Carter. I'm hoping games will learn from the Microsoft Flight Sim that's coming out next year. I think it's coming out next year. It's called 2020, so I'm guessing it is. No, you don't. Because that has volumetric clouds that look like clouds, and it's stunning. Velvacity, hello. Join us towards the end of the actually testing the map segment of the stream. We'll be moving on swiftly after this to just mucking about again. Flight Sim PC only? Immediately yes, overall no. They do have plans to bring it to Xbox. How am I doing today? Pretty good, pretty good. Oh, that was a good cough. There are plans for FS 2020 to come to console as well, so... or at least Xbox. I can't say PS4 because it's being made by Microsoft. But it looks stunning. Like it's one of the most visually stunning games I've ever seen. Right. Over to this menu again. Stroutman, fill with silage, please. And we'll see. Number one, can you fill this from a trailer? Microsoft does have the time and money to make volumetric clouds good. Yeah, they've been working on it for like 5 years apparently, so... You cannot use the trailer. That's... kind of to be expected. I'm guessing that one is just a bail trigger then. It might, to be honest, Jeremy, because even the PC version, you're not going to be downloading everything that's in the game, because it'll the graphics. There's like 5 petabytes of graphics info or terrain info for the world, so that didn't work. Huh. What's going on here? Oh, hang on. No? Do I own the BG? Ah, that would be... Yeah, no. That's not the problem. I have a sneaking suspicion I know what the problem might be, though. Bear with it, I need to check a mod. I need to check if we've got a mod installed that might be causing this. Let's Let's get rid of you. And the enhanced BJ mod installed, which might have broken it. I have a sneaking suspicion that might be the cause. Also, AJ. Sometimes default items XML gets corrupted, breaking all sell points. It shouldn't. I very carefully pick my mods to cut down on the amount of issues I might have. Right. That still has no collisions. I mean, this is definitely a problem. The fact that the BJ bunker has no collisions, I think it might just be broken. Yeah, that's not working. Or maybe it is. Hang on a second. Yeah, the BGA bunker itself has no collisions, which is part of the issue. Okay, so it was working. That time. But, I mean, there's still an issue there in terms of the bunkers. See, now it's not. Yeah, you gotta tip real high for it to work. That... I think that's worth giving a look at, Oxy. Number one, that this has 0 collisions. Number two, that it doesn't match up with where the tip point actually is. What I missed, I've just discovered the BJ is broken. So I'll give another quick demo. So if I have the bucket low, which, well, I wouldn't quite get in there. Get in there. So I got the bucket low, which would fit into the pit there. Doesn't work. If you're in the trigger, it doesn't work. Well, I'm in the trigger current. Oh, hang on a second. No wonder that wasn't working. Oxy, you've put the BGA in backwards. I was looking at that. I was looking at the sign to see how full it was. Found the problem. Well, one of them. The collision thing is still an issue. Yeah, no, I'm in the trigger and it works. It's just, it's a height dependent thing. Proof if needed that Oxy is still human. Actually, let's make sure that I'm definitely in the trigger. Yeah, no. It's a height dependent trigger. So I was just trying to tip it too low. It's a bit dumb that you need to kind of tip it in from the top, though. Game issue, not map issue, though. But it is still missing collisions. That is something that definitely needs to be addressed. How on earth did that even happen? You'd lag when using class mods or class DLC, so you deleted the class mods. Did I get that? I mean, I don't see the point in using most class mods. I don't need that trailer anymore, actually. Get rid of that. Oh dear. Note to self, Oxy. Make sure that you put things in the right way around. This is why maps get to hang on a second. The lines are floating. Granted, I thought it was actually the transit van was, but my elf eyes showed me that something was wrong there. I told you I'd find at least one Oxy. Never doubt my ability to find something floating. How did I notice that? I thought it was the transit van NHF. It was only when I got over there that I realized it was actually the lines. Oh dear. That made it look like my eyesight's way better than it actually is. Aha! Something over there is wrong. It's this tiny discrepancy with the lines. Now that was just me getting something wrong. Another minor thing that I don't think can be fixed is that this model here doesn't quite match up with the ground, but I'm gonna guess that can't really be fixed because otherwise it's gonna cause ground terrain issues. Traffic is slower than other the tractor is slower than other traffic. It seems to be going about 18 to 20 kph. I was pacing it at 18 earlier. So it seemed to be slower. It actually seemed like it was going slower, Oxy. I wonder if there's some weird physics at play there. But it's when the grass is cut you notice it more. The side bit can't be fixed. Like that's just asking for terrain issues. And it only really happens in specific circumstances, so. We'll be on the road there, the other spline's faster. Ah! Nope. Upsy dupsy. Still more upsy. There we go. Gonna give this a professional park job. By which I mean slam it into the wall as much as I possibly can. Because I am an idiot. Is there any other triggers I need to check? Oh, the slurry trigger, the cows and the pig slurry trigger can't cheat in. Pig slurry trigger will have to come in time. Cow slurry trigger I can do right now. It'll turn off, the cars will go by on support. That's pretty sweet, dude. Slurry trigger the cows works. And wow, they produce a lot quickly. A thing that isn't a map issue that I want to complain about though. Can we please have like animal numbers giants? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21. Oh god. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 41, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 51, 2, 3, I bought more cows than I meant. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 61, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 71. 71, oh god, that's too many. That is... I bought too many cows. Have the pigs produced any yet? Should have checked that immediately after counting the cows. This season's beta is much better info, gives you animal numbers. Oh, sweet. Pigs have not produced any slurry. Which is a shame. By the way, I've realised last night that I'm going to have to actually cultivate field 1 again, because I forgot to put lime down. So that's something I'll need to redo. Oh! I know what else needs to be checked. 7. Right. RM germination tip. Oh, there we go. It's just gonna be a quick snow mask test. I can't get in that side. Looks like it kind of clips... Ah, yeah, the snow mask clips in through the building there a small bit. Is it clipping into... it doesn't matter, it clips into Tesco's. I'm just seeing if there's snow in completely illogical places. Like, entirely indoors. There's also going to be a test of the yard itself to an extent, and where is waterproof. So that shed is. The... Oxy, am I want to snow mask off the slurry pit? Because that kind of does weird things. So anywhere there is no snow is effectively waterproof. That's how Seasons detects it. It works off the snow. Oh, this area has the weird issue again. Oh, that's weird. Occasionally, you'll get an issue where if you can see that yellow flickering or kind of golden flickering, that is that's a distance texture that shouldn't be appearing. Like, it thinks there's some wheat or barley under there, but there isn't. Also, wow, I added a lot of snow. Have I turned off the field? Not that I can think of, no. It's always been an issue in farms, and it's just a minor thing. Looks like you've missed a bit of snow mask inside in the pig barn as well. Just dead center there. This is just asking for a new save game now. I regret this. So this save game is now throwaway. I'm liking the underwater snow. Because that's a new snow mask required, which is going to break saves. What I've done is I've made my own save game throwaway by testing this, but it needs to be done. Snowman! So Oxy does have the special stuff in winter seasons, effectively. Can I open these doors? No. That's fine then. So this save game is now throwaway. I'll switch seasons off later on today and we'll just do a bit of faffing about with it. Why is there just a blob of snow mask there? Use the save game back up. No, I'll need to start a new save entirely, Jeremy, when Oxy changes this. Because it's changing foliage layers. And when foliage layers change, you actually need to start a new save. This bit of road here could do with a bit more snow masking too. So, this save is now throwaway. I'll... Transport missions go there? Ah! Yeah. What I'll do is I'll unload this save in a second, just switch off seasons. And, oh, I've just noticed the sign. That's adorable. Added attention to detail. Yeah, the snow mask needs a small bit of redoing, which is frustrating for me because I've just guaranteed that I'll need to start a new save. Maybe this needs a bit more snow masking too, because that makes no sense whatsoever. So you got this corner over here needs a bit of extra snow mask. The entire interior of here, basically. The middle of the pig barn. And around the slurry pit for the cows, for sure. I didn't actually check the pigs. See, I'm testing things that people don't even think of sometimes. Wait, no, I'm going the... No, I was going the right way. Just coming up at this yard from the back. Pig slurry tank is over here. Yeah, that could do with a bit of a snow mask extension as well. Actually, could do with a snow mask in general. Just to stop slurry snow. And I guess the... your storage pit of the pigs, but that I'm kind of okay with that having no snow mask. How's this shit over here looking? Yeah, that's fine. Sufficient. He usually has the map open when we're testing it for him. Oh, this poor guy is like snowed in now. Even his flower pots are snowed in. Hey, PCG. How's this area over here looking? Oh, this is lovely and snow masked. Woo. I enjoy this. Just testing, and I've killed my save. At least we know that everything works with seasons. Ah, that's annoying. That's frustrating. Oh, I need to check over at the new harbour, don't I? That's all fine. You could store bales there if you really wanted to, actually. Is a copyright but simulated radio on YouTube? Yeah, it's copyright infringement, yeah. Because they play copyrighted music. I use pretzel.rocks, which you gotta be a bit careful with as well. I'm kinda fine with needing to plow this area, honestly. Because that just looks pretty cool. Will that trigger work with snow on it? Yes! Yeah, oh, yeah, none of the new area is actually snowmass doxy. Oversight on your part, because I don't think you thought about it. But, yeah, this entire area needs going over for snow mask. I would argue keep the roads snowy, because it gives players something to do in the winter. Come over and plow out this area. It kind of gives you at least something to do. It is now? Sweet. Alright, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna make this a proper throwaway save. So just bear with while I remove seasons. I'm just gonna let Landy know that his save is a proper throwaway as well. Where's Facebook? Regarding the pig manure point, I was at a minute ago, the manure will still be able to spawn. Yes, but it's still able to spawn, but it looks questionable. And one of the things me and Landy tend to do when we're looking at Oxy maps is we try and figure out what makes the most sense. There's seasons. Snow too, yeah, I mean, I think kind of intentionally leaving roadway areas of the map with no snow mask, it just gives players options for the winter. That's the way I see it, at least. Because if everything's snow masked off, then there's no snow to deal with. And that removes kind of the interesting bit of winter. Whereas if there's you know, bits of road or areas that are not snow masked, then you, oh dear, gonna add seasons back in for a second. Wait, no, oh dear. I might have just bricked this save. Oh, I'm an idiot. I forgot to clear the snow. I might have bricked my save. Wait, let's put season back in and hopefully the clear snow command will work. NPS. Is there something different with the pigs? Stops you mucking them out like the cows? I don't think so. Actually, if I've broken my save, I don't really care. It's a throwaway now. I'll need to start. Yeah, sure, do that. You can add in the pigs out too. I think that'd be kind of cool. Anyway, right. RM clear snow. Here's the. That add snow negative. RM reset snow. Hey! Bye bye snow. That's totally how snow melts, right? I'd save the game again. I've unbricked it. Or save game 13. Scroll down through all of the too many mods that I have. To seasons, disable, continue. Pig shed's a bit too small to drive around. Yeah, that's kind of the issue with that pig shed, is it is very small. Although, even a skid steered struggle. Right, I've unbricked the save. What you could do, Oxy... Could you do this? You could kind of get away with doing it along here, but it'd be a pain. You could totally do it out here. Have the mirror spawn out there. Alright, how broken have I made this save now? Field 1 needs lime and has had the crop deleted. That's fine. That's actually fine. Trying to think, is there anything else that needs testing now? Don't think so. Set this guy off on hard worker. And we'll grab the hairdryer. I really dislike the sounds of this. The more it is, the more I dislike the sounds. Seems much better now. No problem. That was something I meant to test anyway, so just small things. Small things. Bad sounds, good model. Yeah. I might swap out the sounds on this for something better. Looking at it would be a nice touch. I mean, with seasons you can kind of go very freeform very quickly. you don't... I always kind of... Oh yeah, I need to get myself a fertilizer spreader that's between kind of this size. We can actually do things. For lime spraying. Move the poop pile into the middle of the pen. I mean, I think that's an option. Move it into the middle of the pen, spread it out a bit so that it kind of, you at least get the feeling that you're mucking it out. It would probably annoy people, but I mean, anything you do will probably annoy people, so. You could kind of get away with putting it, kind of mucking out style along... did I leave anything down here? Yeah. Sweet. Along this line here, I think you could get away with. Because you could at the very least fit a skid steer in here. But it would be... You have not finished your task, Helper B. You've literally just done one line and called it a day. Oh, sheep were hilariously OP in Seasons in 17. Like the single easiest way to make money in Season 17 was to make money. Was to do sheep, by the way. I should say. By the way, Vaderstad Top Down 500, it's a mod. It works really nicely. It doesn't do the weird thing that the one I was using yesterday does. Therefore, I like it. Small class of fitting as well. Doing this, I think, actually, yeah, I think that the, you do have a point there. The small class sounds a lot better, looks a lot better, and probably fits a lot better too. No, don't bring the trailer along for fun. A small class loader? Yeah, I think you could even fit a small tractor in. Where's it from? Same place as most of my mods, Giant's Mod Hub. Oh, this looks so nice on the back of the oh, that looks so nice. Yes, mods? No, it's from Giant's Mod Hub. The vast majority of my mods are from the Mod Hub. Too lazy to check out mod sites. And the majority of them I don't trust. Right, where's the lime? I'm gonna guess it's down there in that thing. Yes, it is. Give lime. Top down was good, and that is some sort of... Oh, sweet. That's actually a good edit to do, I think. Oh, I need to cultivate this field now. Oh. God dang it, Bob Saget. Right, I need to cultivate that field. That's suboptimal. I mean, I'll just get... Screw it, I'll just get a second top down. No, there. There's the hairdryer. There you go. Seasons is turned off now, pa. The save has become a throwaway, so I've given it the throwaway treatment. At least I can see the bits of the drill missed. Yeah, by the way, I swapped out the drill for the Vaderstad because... reasons. It's a 3-meter Vaderstad, so I don't feel like I'm overusing that thing. Oh, this tractor... No, screw... No, I can't use this. Better idea. Iron 660. Yes! NHF, I'll try and find some sounds that suit that thing, but the sounds on the TM are so bad that they actually are putting me off using it. Get a payment, please. I might. I'm just let me deal with my absolute love of class for now. When we get into the actual save game, once the map is more finalized, I will think about getting non-class stuff. I might not, but I'll think about it at least. I'm with you there, Jeremy. If the sounds are that bad, I just can't. I just can't use a mod with sounds that bad. What I'll probably do is I'll rip the sounds out of the in-game T6. And just replace the sounds with T6 sounds. Because it's a good model, it's just the sounds are so bad. Like, I'm fine with bad sounds on a joke mod, like, if anybody remembers this, the Lego tractor back in FS13. Like, that had terrible sounds, but that was kind of the joke. But something like a TM that sounds that bad just puts me off. All YouTubers are trying to do the same thing and not overuse class because they think everybody's using all the class, but they aren't. I mean, I'm using all the class because I love class. Like, I don't care what other YouTubers do. I do my own thing in my own way, and if it's similar to what somebody else is doing, well, so be it. If it's different, so be it. If it's fun, great. If it's boring, I'll probably not do it. But I tend to try and use smaller equipment, by and large. I got it for free. Yes, I got it for free. I know this. See the class then. Yes, me and my lovely New Holland. This lovely New Holland 660 Ariane. But I'm copying Daggerwin. Totally. Now, full disclosure though, I did actually get the DLC effectively for free. Obviously, the expectation was that I did some content with it, and it's class. That was never going to not happen. I have been using class tractors for the last few years in-game when I can, so it's not exactly surprising that I'm going all out with the actual real class equipment now. by the way, I should mention, Landy's not going to be streaming today or for the rest of this week. All of the busy times for him are starting today. His mother is headed over to Canada on, I think it's the new A350. No GPS, no GPS. And, the new BA A350, I should say. And that's all kind of kicking off today, so he won't be streaming today. Tomorrow, I think he said until next Tuesday, roughly. They have altered physics. Yeah, the physics with the DLC are different. Like, somebody pointed that out to me the other day, and then I realized, hang on, yeah, the physics are actually different. The tractors feel like they're working harder, better, faster, and stronger. These machines I enjoy using. I'm exactly with you there, controller misuse. Like, I get that some people like using the most ginormous big equipment in the world and playing the game at 5 million miles an hour. I kind of like taking it slowly and just kind of treating it like a real farm, even though I do so much silly stuff. I make so many jokes. Like, this is the way I enjoy the game. It's taking it slowly, just letting, doing a bit more manual work than most YouTubers do. Not using courseplay for everything. Shade thrown at Landy. But if I need to do some off-camera work, then yeah, I'm gonna be grabbing the biggest equipment I can and to get it done quickly. Because I don't want to play... This is gonna sound bad. I don't want to play this game any more than I have to, or any more than I need to. Because I get burnt out of farm sim very quickly and very easily. The more I use it, the more I play the game, the more I'm likely to get burnt out. Which is why, by and large, I don't test stuff for people anymore. Oxy and Dusty Dave are going to be kind of the two exceptions. Nathan I'll do a bit with as well. But I'll tend to be very picky what I do and don't test and check and tweak and fiddle with. Because I want to do my own things too. You use the M11019 class on Shamrock? Do you not feel like the 11090 is a bit cliche now? I can't wait for Landy to whack out the new Lexion on Shamrock and people to start screaming at him that people in Ireland don't have Lexions. That was my favourite complaint about the way he played Shamrock in 17, was like, oh, nobody in Ireland has Lexion. I see them basically every year. Like, if you go driving out around Ireland during harvest time, you will see a Lexion. You'll see Tucanos, you'll see Lexions, you'll see Dominators, you'll see really old combines, you'll see really new combines. I'm sure somebody's going to shout at me at some point that, nobody in Ireland has a Class 800. Really? Because there was one parked in my back garden for a week. Like when we were getting the driveway redone, the tractor they used to cart off the topsoil was an Axion 800. Which is why I specifically went for the Axion 800 on this map. Like, it frustrates me sometimes when people have these weird ideas about what isn't realistic, and a lot of the time they haven't actually bothered to double check what they're saying. The Arable Belt around Dublin must not exist anymore. Or, the Golden Vale and Tip, where I see CR1090s every year out towards well, on the motorway down by Cashel. There's a CR1090 that works a few fields up that way. Well, yeah, Christopher, I will agree that farmers generally won't own a Lexion. The contractors will, but contractors usually have their own farms as well. People complain, yeah. I think the people who complain are the guys that insist on everybody using a 11090 on Irish maps. And it's like, no. That's not how it works. People say quad not in the UK. People say that about Ireland, and I've heard rumours there's actually one about 10 miles from me. I've heard rumours there's a farm near me that uses a quad track. I've never seen it, but I think I have an idea of which farm it is. I think it's the same farm that owns the John Deere self-propelled sprayer that, I will admit, until I saw it driving past my house, I didn't think was in Ireland. There must only be maybe two or three of those things in the country. But there's one here. See fast tracks more than 11090s. I mainly see, like, now, because the farm nearest me has been bought up by a massive mega farm. I see pretty big equipment now. Generally speaking, like, I say low-end 6M that isn't even in the game, but a John Deere self-propelled sprayer, that thing's huge. It's comically huge. It does not fit on Irish roads, but they have one. First John Deere 9900 fire harvester in Europe. Yeah, I mean, don't rule out equipment because you don't see it. Is Lexion somewhere near Shamrock Valley? I'm pretty sure the farm that owns the hilariously huge John Deere sprayer also owns a Lexion. Might be Tucano though. Dominator 80 in Yorkshire. Work on a farm with Lexion 750s, farmer calling Big M, another case quad track and old Tiger. There's a few Big M's in my area. Because where I live, there's kind of this weird mix of huge arable farms and huge dairy farms. We get a quite astonishing mix of equipment. Between like huge combines that get stuck on the road and Big M's that I'll see them driving around and I'm like, that is ridiculous. I should not be able to see these things on the road. All you see is old Massey's feats and the old John Deere. Yeah, farms near me are upsizing massively. I haven't seen a rust bucket tractor in a few years now. Like, there's one guy that drives around an old Deutz Torpedo, I think it is. And it looks massively out of place. It's so old that all of the decals have worn off, and I think he's just repainted it neon green. But, you know, it still works, it still runs. Didn't rate them, swapped out to big accurate facts. It seems like the farm near me trusts the big John Deere. I've just noticed that with seasons it turns off the LODs. Or turns off the blur. That's interesting. But, I mean, there's at least two near me. Two Big M's. The crux of what I'm trying to get at here is, just because you don't see something in your part of Ireland or whatever country you're in, doesn't mean it doesn't exist in the country. I'll believe that pretty much anything can work anything can work in any country, but not anything can work on any farm, because there's a field near me that you ain't getting big equipment into. It used to be the case on Google Maps that The tram lines from spraying on it were literally just a circle. It was have I restarted this guy working, by the way? I have. So, you know, sometimes you'll see huge humongous fields, sometimes you'll see tiny fields, and you just gotta deal with, you buy equipment that suits the fields you have. Which is why I tend to go with smaller stuff, because starter equipment is much better suited to be small. You don't start a map owning everything. Why should you just start a map with the huge humongous equipment? Jeremy, considering Landy is dropping PG on his channel, I don't think shouting at him is going to be the best of an idea anymore. He's going to call you words. And those words are probably not going to be nice. There's a temptation for me to drop PG too, but I know... I don't know. I don't kind of... It's weird. I swear all the time in normal life, but when I'm doing videos and streams, swearing just isn't something that I want to do. There's a Deutz somewhere near you. You've only seen 3 Deutz machines in your life outside the dealer's yard. They're not a popular brand. Yeah, Deutz isn't a popular brand in Ireland, but that doesn't mean they don't exist. That's the thing. Faster 150, TM Lambo, and an old 784 International. Nice. This Axion is it an Axion 600 or an Arion 600? Arion 600. This Arion's really struggling to get up this hill. I like it. I like the fact the vehicle is like struggling believably. This isn't something that I feel is unrealistic. Dagwan is the Deutz of using the Deutz. Dagwan is the Deutz. Dagwan's a habit of using a Deutz on every Irish map for some reason. It's because Deutz, generally, the mods you can get from Deutz are very small. And I'm going to show you something real quick. I go into small tractors. I do have my Deutzes ready, if I want them. And they're like, I've picked them out for potential use. Just because they're the right size. They might not be the right brand or the right model, but they're the right size for this map. And that to me is almost more important than using the correct tractor brands and whatnot. Front wheel weights also have the DLC traction more than standard stuff. Yeah, I think Giants are fiddling with the traction and weight characteristics of stuff with the DLC, which I like. Old Deutz, not new ones. Oh, old Deutz are lovely. They look ridiculous for the most part, but they're lovely. Then again, the same can be said of old tractors in general, that some of them look truly ridiculous. Hey, JKD. How's it going, dude? You have not completed your task. I know you have not completed your task. Don't lie to me, Helper D. Helper D be like, I got halfway, I can't. Oh my god, look at all the bits that I missed. I get missed this bit here. Oh wow, this is even struggling with the cultivator. I missed this giant section here. And then this entire half of the field over here. Well, I'm getting better. I'm not going to say that I'm well, because I still have the tail end of that. I'm going to guess it was like a chest code that I had. But I am feeling a lot better than I did. I don't know. With Giants having the class licensing, do I think there's a chance they'll bring Renault to the game? I would doubt it because I think Renault Motor Company would have a thing or two to say about that. As might Nissan comically, because they got the alliance going on. But I think Renault might have a thing or two to say about that, and block it because I mean they'll need the Renault name, which is owned by Renault. What's going to happen with Cattle and Crops now? I think Cattle and Crops is going to keep going. I think they're going to do their damnedest to get the game out the way that they want it to. It's not a game that I have all that much interest in anymore, gonna be honest. I don't have much faith in them. That's just me. But they're gonna keep going. They've lost their big edge, which was class. And now they're gonna have to make do with like using the MB track as their major selling point, which I don't think it's as big as class as a selling point. But it's their unique thing that they have now over Giants. You never know Lambo that went on fire last year. I don't have the sport anymore. I think class lost a bit of faith in Cattle and Crops with how long they were taking. Water forestry config looks weird. Yeah. I think forestry config tractors in general look weird. Like even if they're just in kind of a hedge cutting config, they look weird with all the bars and meshes on them. They never look completely right. The weirdest tractors, though, are the ones that don't have the cabs on. The cabless tractors. They just look bizarre. I'm just checking if I've missed any chat messages. Same as, yeah, Jeremy, same as no, not Ford. Like, Giants have the, okay, you're just being an ass now. Good to know. Giants have the New Holland license, but not Ford. Them health and safety making forest tractors look weird. I mean, it's great that they've got so much shielding from stuff falling on them, to be honest. I prefer to see forestry tractors looking weird than looking normal and being dangerous to the occupant. It's the way I see things. Weird but safe is better than normal but dangerous. It was a joke. It's like, and I know you guys have never seen this, me wearing a crash helmet. Because I have quite a large head. You might notice this, that my head is, like, abnormally large. So I need, like, when I go karting, the biggest crash helmet they have. Bar, I think it's one size from the biggest. And it's just huge on me. But it's a hell of a lot safer, especially for my eyes, than not wearing a helmet at all. Then again, I take some dangerous lines around the track, so maybe I should work on my lines next time I go karting. Because there's one corner of the track that I take an unusual line for that I'm fast with, but it puts literally everybody else off and they think that I'm letting them past. Then they realize I'm not and they panic a bit. I have, however, already figured out the better line that I need to take, so there is that. But we are coming up to 7 o'clock, and I know that I started late, but I do want to finish at 7, because I want to get some other stuff done today. And get some chill out time. Is there much of a point? There won't be much of a point in me going on TeamSpeak tonight, because Sim's working and Landy's going to be dealing with it. That's actually kind of convenient. Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to want some chill out time, because I want to watch... I want to do a bit of work and then watch AEW tonight. Because AEW. Might watch NXT too. But I think we'll call it a day here, guys. Now that I've figured out this save game is just a throwaway, I might get some save equipment in. Hey, Phil. I think we'll call it a day here once... I've got the rest of the skill done, actually. Because now that I've figured out the save is going to be a complete throwaway, I can mess about with it a bit more and do some silly stuff. Message retracted when I changed my mind. What do I think Giant Snacks DLC will be for FS19? I've heard there's like... If you guys remember towards the start of the game, there was this big announcement about Giant signing up with Berthoud, the sprayer company, and nothing came of it, so I think it'll be kind of a sprayers DLC, which has the potential to be extremely boring, frankly. I sincerely hope it's not sprayers. I'd like to see them get all the brands on board to do classics. Like some old Massey's, some old John Deere's, an old Class Harvester, maybe like one of the original ones. One of the really old Class Harvesters from when they just painted them with this weird kind of aquamarine color. That'd be kind of cool to see. What else would be cool to see? I think... Do you know what else would be cool to see? And they would need to get some of the base game brands on board with this as well. Would be a DLC that adds in... through placeables mainly. adds in orchards. Cotton Betty said, yeah, I don't know how the house is pronounced. Berthoud? Berthoud? Berthoud. Ah, yes, it is the Berthoud sprayer. It sprays the fields and we get the crop out of the field. Hey, Brown. I'm doing good, how are you? I watched a bit of Chris's stream last night, his Euro Truck stream. How... legit question, Orchard Tractors too? That's why I was saying they need to get some brands on board, because... like, Class have the teeny tiny Class, which would be amazing. Already an Orchard mod out. Giants could do so much more where you could actually get the crop off the trees and stuff. And get orchard harvesters and stuff. Like, that's stuff that I think needs to be added to the game sooner rather than later. It's just more unique and weird styles of farming that might prove more popular than sugarcane or cotton. A bit more universally popular, at least. No, man. I don't get that, Jeremy. I think one of the issues with with modders not putting John Deere stuff on the mod hub is that I don't understand how people can find that fun, by the way, Brendan. That was just terrible to watch. Hey, Double Decker. I think sooner rather than later they need to look at unique ways of farming, and I think one of the cool things would be orchard farming, where myself and Lanny were talking about this last night. There's two ways they could do it. And probably three. One would be that they just make the trees placeables. I'll do some lime while I'm talking about this. One would be that they just make the trees placeables. You plop down the trees and you can use your orchard harvester on it or whatever. And that would definitely be like a viable way to put it into the game immediately. The other would be that you plant the trees and you got to take care of them all the way up, and they're not mutually exclusive. Like they could, in theory, put in both ways. And have it where the trees that you plant produce, 10% more crop per harvest or something. Or the ones that you place can only be harvested so many times or something like that. But I think orchard farming is something that would be a lot more universally enjoyable than sugarcane or poplars. Although poplars are a lot better now that the Anderson DLC is out, I will admit that. But sugarcane and cotton are kind of unpopular, we'll say. More root crops would be cool. Like, I think crops that require unique harvesters is the way the Giants are going at the moment, with cotton and sugarcane coming in and poplars. The problem is they've just been picking bad crops, I think is the true issue, because cotton isn't really done in Europe. Your sugarcane is boring, and poplars are very slow and tedious to work with. I think if they added something like peas or carrots or onions or even cabbage, lettuce, that kind of stuff, that'd be cool. Stuff that'll appeal to a wide audience, I think, is what needs to come in, and definitely stuff that introduces new mechanics. Where it's not just grab your combine, we're cutting down the crop. Hedge cutting, I don't know. Would you want to see a map? Here's the issue with hedge cutting, right? Is Giants would have to make those hedges have collisions, and then you'd end up with hideously wide roads everywhere, or like hedges around a 10-meter headland before you get to the field. Because of the way Giants need/want to make the maps. There's balance issues with hedge cutting. But I think more root crops would be cool that require like interesting equipment. More crops that have unique mechanics behind them would be definitely cool. Just more unique equipment and mechanics, really, moving forwards are what's needed. Hey, Brian. Just popping some wheelies in my area and just ignore me. Season's crop rotation, peas and beans be grows break crops as they are in real life. Yeah, and you'd need a unique harvester for them as well, or at least a unique header. So like that's the way that I'm looking at it, is how can you introduce new mechanics without necessarily going over the top and changing the base game too much? Is unique headers, unique small, unique pieces of equipment. I think if they wanted to make cotton a bit more viable, something where you can get into cotton in the early game, because as things stand, cotton's a very late game crop. There's nothing that you can start off with straight away. I think some kind of trailed cotton harvest would be really cool, where you can just unload the cotton directly, like a kind of a modified forage harvester in a way. Modified trailed forage harvester. Something I'd love to see that isn't going to come in is standard, like the small square bales. That's a console. Consoles can't cope with those because of the slot cap. But what could come in that I think would be really cool would be Heston bales, big bales. Why are bales only 4,000 liters? Like, bring in the big boys. Allow us to make the Hestons. Allow us to make, big 8-foot bales as opposed to the 6-foots that are in game at the moment. Bring back the 6-foot round bales as opposed to the 4-foots as an option. Give the bales slightly better physics. Yeah, little tweaks that can go a long way are just as good as huge, massive game changers. Binding pieces of special harvester of plants with normal. I can tell you, Joseph, that this is from talking to Landy. Normal peas, if you try and use a normal header on them, the combine doesn't like it. What else could Giants put in the game? Just off the top of my head. I think there needs to be a way to make forestry a bit more viable as kind of an option for things to do when there's no farming to be done. Because at the moment, the forestry physics need a revisit, because like the physics is what puts me off. Do I have the gamma wheel on this like I had last time? What do you mean, Thomas? Like, am I using my G27? No. That said, I need to reinstall drivers for that. But that is actually going to do it for today, guys. I do need to run and do some stuff. The rule wheel. Oh, no. No. This save game is a throwaway anyway, Thomas. It wasn't initially going to be, but I discovered issues with the Seasons mask, the Snow mask today, which will mean that I will need a new save, so I've made it into a just standard derpabout save. Mud would be nice, but very difficult to optimize, Martin. That comes under the dynamic terrain, isn't really an option for Farm Sim right now question. Our answer, I guess. But that is going to do it for today. I'll be back tomorrow with... what day is tomorrow? Is tomorrow Thursday? My phone is dead, I forgot about that. Is tomorrow Thursday? Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with some Euro Truck. Assuming nothing changes in the meantime, I might get an email tonight that changes everything. For the thing. And if the thing happens, I will cancel streams. But until then, stay safe, and goodbye.